So I loved sailing, yard sailing that is. Not so much in elementary school, I was more or less forced to go, but by 12th grade and beyond, I kind of went often, really often for years, up until like about 5 years ago. But about 5 years ago in 2017, I kind of had an encounter that still keeps me up to this day. And it's this: I went to a yard sale just packed of stuff, especially antiques and such, and because there were antiques, it was a bit costly, and I kept on asking the guy, who's like an elderly gentleman, like, how much is this or what is that? And he kind of had answered every question a little bit annoyed, and the prices were a bit high. Some were a lot high, but understandable because a lot of things were expensive looking and in working condition and such. And there's one part where I saw a whole bunch of foreign coins, and he stomped over and took it from me and said, I changed my mind about that. And while I was browsing and there would be a few people that would come by, I overheard the elderly gentleman that was hosting the yard sale, something about other people who were there, and he just retorted out loud something to the effect, "Thank God they're gone," and such. And he was kind of in a grumpy mood, and only God knows what he said after I was gone, because I kept on lingering and just browsing. And I always thought to this day, if he were to approach me, I would say, well, you're hosting a yard sale and I am here browsing around, and I'm very interested in all this stuff and such, and I just want to make sure I come up with the right decision on what I'm going to buy. In fact, I was over by where there were metal detectors, and I was just looking at the metal detectors, and he yells out very loudly at me across the driveway what type of metal detectors those are and how much they were. So once again, he seemed pretty annoyed that I was there and calmly browsing, and I eventually just left. And who knows what he said after I was gone. Maybe he treated me like that other guy and said, "Thank God he's gone." And to this day, I lose sleep over it because I have autism and I can't make up my mind that quick. My mind isn't that quick. And he just seemed to be impatient with a person with autism. And whether or not that's the case, I still lose sleep over it, so I'm definitely not against that man whatsoever. It's just he didn't really seem to treat his own customers very fair at his own yard sale.